down. Do sit down. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm going to be here for a little while. Grab a chair. I've got one spare there. Magda, can you just take that one away for a minute, please?
Remove
right,
it. Right.
Just, yeah. So,
I'm going to disappear out the doorway.
So, first workshop, you're going to be making lunch, or we are going to be making lunch. I'm making a roasted cauliflower and green lentil salad with a herb salsa verde. So these are the herbs. These are all picked from the garden here, which is lovely. I'm thrilled that they have grown. Now, I'm not putting everything in, so I'm actually keeping it as just flat leaf parsley. This is a basil. I'll send it around. It smells incredible. And that's a lemon thyme, okay? So it's going to have lemon flavours with the roasted cauliflower. So I'm just going to send those around and just have a little smell of those. But before I...
Can I leave that?
No, you're all right.
Anything.
It's too yes, we're going to test it again.
What type of basil is it?
That is, it's actually called a Thai basil, but it smells like normal basil, but it's really cute leaves, which I love. So, the cauliflower's been cut into little bite-sized pieces, and then I have also, and this is something I want you all to do, is keep the stalks and just cut them up small, okay? This is where all the flavour is and all the fibre is, okay? And if you think about it, that's a portion, you know? You're throwing away quite a lot otherwise. And it's really fun to eat. It's just, you know, they take a little bit longer, so I just cut them a little bit thinner. But do not waste, okay? Because that's where everything is. So, I like to... I might have to do it in 2 batches actually, just because, you know, normally at home you probably wouldn't make as much, and so you'd be able to do it in 1 batch. I'm going to roast it in rapeseed oil and just toss that in. And when you use a bowl and then you use oil like that, you don't need to use as much oil. When you put it on a tray, it then, you know, you could just never get enough oil on it, so I prefer not to. And then I'm going to use sumac. Now sumac, I'll send this round for you to have a little smell. Sumac is a red seed, it's a Middle Eastern seed, and so if I send that round, and it's got a slightly sour taste to it. So it's quite fun. It's actually packed with antioxidants because it's that deep red berry colour. S-U-M-A-C, sumac. So it's slightly lemony, okay, and it just gives things a little bit of extra flavour.
Does it colour like saffron?
It's red.
Oh, it is red?
Yeah. It's like a deep red. It's the colour of the of those, of the aprons actually.
Food flat coloured apron.
My what? They look fit. Good. It's all this.
Mate, will there be a recipe sheet? Or do we
They
need
will.
to? Okay,
They will.
we don't need to write this down.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm on brand actually with my ingredients today as well. So they are this colour. But it's actually a red berry. And it's ground down into a seed. And it's a little bit lemony, slightly tart. So it, you know, it's really great on salads, and I'm going to sprinkle some on at the end as well.
And is that weight trays available?
It is, because it's become quite fashionable. Anything that becomes fashionable becomes available. Okay, then we're just going to roast these. I'm going to get these on to roast while we make everything else. My silicone sheets I absolutely love.
Instead of the paper?
Because nothing sticks on them. You don't waste half of it, and it's amazing.
And then you just reuse them. Yeah.
And then you reuse them. You basically wash them and reuse them. So they're amazing, and you don't waste half of it. Thank you. You don't waste half of it, and it's just brilliant. You get them on Amazon. So you just it's in a roll, so I've sort of cut them to It's going to be quite a lot on there, but you know how vegetables sort of go down in size, so it'll be a lot to start with, but it'll be fine because we're basically just roasting these. Okay, so drop in half of that. Okay, and that's just going to go into the oven at 180. For this lot will probably be a little bit longer because I've got so many, but it's probably around 45 minutes. Okay. Right, now, have we got the Thermomix bowls? Where are they? Here. I'm gonna make a salsa now. Did any of you been to my workshops? Oh, did we make a salsa? I can't remember, so sorry if we're going to repeat, but...
I completely forgot what happened anyway. So
oh, good. But it's something you can make, daily, whatever you've got. So it's a really fabulous thing to be making. And especially in the summer, because you can just throw it onto barbecues as a little side, put it onto a salad. Use any herbs, whatever, so whatever you've got you can make. And the essence of the salsa it's a bit like a chimichurri salsa, so it's herbs, so I'm using parsley, basil and thyme, but you can use coriander, basil, rosemary, thyme, sage, anything depending on the flavour that you want. Olive oil and garlic and lemon juice. Okay, so that's pretty much the essence of a salsa. I'm going to need the lemon juice, please, from the fridge. Now, again, if any of you have been to my workshops, you know that I keep things already prepped, ready to go. Garlic, okay? So this, if you take one thing away from this retreat, apart from all sorts of other things, it's this, okay? When you've got your hands dirty, peel the whole bulb, or 2 or 3 bulbs, keep them in a jar, and they will keep like this for ages.
Do you keep them in or out of the fridge?
These are out of the fridge because if you think about it, they're dry,
They're dry.
aren't they? They're out of the fridge. So the only thing is the peel will keep them moist. So if you keep them in a jar sealed, they're like that. But you are much more likely to use this if it's already done, okay? Because it's a real pain to do it every time. And therefore things have much more flavour if you're putting a hummus together very quickly, as you know you're going to be from now on.
Absolutely.
For that hungry son of yours.
Well, actually, I'm going to show the video.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's just easy, isn't it? You've got everything ready to go. I also do the same with lemon juice, okay? This is quite a big amount. You won't need to do such a big amount. Just get a small jar or a small bottle. And again, when you've got lemon juice, you can make a dressing really quickly. Lemon juice, olive oil, bit of Dijon mustard. That's your dressing made, okay?
When you do that though, when it says juice of half lemon, what's that then?
Oh, that's a ton of lemon.
No, but if it says a juice of half a lemon, what do you put in?
It's a splodge.
A juice of half a lemon, I would say, would be about 2 tablespoons. Yeah. But often with lemon, it's to do with taste. Okay, so it's not so much, I know you're a chemist, aren't you? And you need those precise amounts. With lemon, it's the taste. So with hummus, if it just doesn't taste great, just add a bit more lemon. Okay? That's what it's usually needing.
And that can keep for a long time.
That I would keep in the fridge, exactly. There does come a point where lemon just goes a little bit over, and you know that point, but it takes quite a long time to get to that point. This also freezes really well. So if you have a major lemon squeezing session, it freezes amazingly. This was frozen.
That's a good idea.
Exactly. So this was frozen. So I brought this down frozen. So and then it just stays in the fridge. Okay, you have to shake it because the sediment all comes to the bottom. So we're just going to start. So with you can make a chimichurri with any blender. Okay, so even the NutriBullet is absolutely fine. I would always do the garlic first, okay, because you don't want chunks of garlic in it. You can use your mortar and pestle, but it takes longer. Okay. lot of us, okay? So don't worry. Okay, so you can hear that's now gone to the side. I'll show you how that's worked. You won't be using this much garlic, but can you see how that is, it's all chopped. Smells great, doesn't it? Again, this is French garlic, I'm sure it's different. Have we got the spatula anywhere? That might be.
Do you have a red garlic in England?
The red garlic?
Red garlic. We have a
We
variety.
do, no.
We have a variety of the red garlic. And it's grown in Yarrow.
Is it good?
It is much more digestible.
Right.
And, yes, and it's
Actually,
now
yeah. Sorry, I'm not
I love garlic,
Yeah.
and a lot of people say they don't digest it because it's too heavy. Well, the red
Yeah,
garlic is.
it's more
Yes,
digestible.
red garlic. Red garlic.
Interesting. Is it the red? The bulb isn't red. Yes, that isn't red.
Yes, no, that is a white. As you
And I think that's what this is because it was a slightly red,
Yes,
papery
it's,
skin on the outside.
It's red outside.
Yeah, which you
and
get
then-
here. I don't see it in
right.
England very often.
Okay.
So yeah,
So what was the difference? Is it a
just slightly more red skin.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
but
they
the
say
bulbs
it's
are the
more
same.
digestible than
Yeah.
My list is growing.
Yeah. Thank you. And also the Thermomix spatula, which is the hard one, the slightly bluey one.
The black one with the top on.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that was in
is that there? But the soft spatula, I travel with my spatula.
Okay.
You know, I travel with it, yeah. Okay, same again with the herbs. Okay, drop them onto a running flame. And then and the stalks, and the stalks. Smell, it's amazing. Okay, so if I show you this smell, send that one round. So show that there, send that one round. It's just amazing. Smell. So it's got the thyme, lemon thyme, parsley, basil, and
what was the basil again? It was a lemon
it's
thyme.
the lemon thyme, basil, flat leaf parsley, and garlic.
What's the basil?
Flat leaf parsley is different to curly parsley, thank you. It does have a different flavour. So, and it's a stronger flavour. It's more Mediterranean. So any Mediterranean dish that you see that says parsley, it will be talking about flat leaf parsley, not the curly parsley.
Which, like initially, you only get that one.
You only get that one. We have
it would
two
be
types.
harder to find the other one.
Yeah,
So for me, parsley is the
is
flat
this
leaf.
flat
Yeah.
leaf, exactly. Well, you're more Mediterranean, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we're not. Okay, so I will, in the absence of my trusted spatula. Want to be using it for cooking. It's a waste, okay? Because you're going to be adding heat to it. It'll change its makeup, its chemical makeup, and you lose nutrition. So I actually don't tend to use olive oil as much for cooking nowadays. I tend to use rapeseed oil, which is this yellowy one. Doesn't have a flavour. It has a high smoke point, so it's a good one to use for cooking. And then you can add the flavour elsewhere. So this is staying raw. That's going to be packed with flavour. Okay, and you get the flavour of the extra virgin olive oil. And if you spent a lot on it, you don't want to be then spoiling it, you know. So don't be sucked into that sort of only use extra virgin olive oil. Yes, for salads and marinades and raw, but do not use it for stir frying and keeping cooking at high temperatures, because you just spoil it. It's a shame. Okay. So I'm just going to add less. This is actually sort of quite a potent and a bit the meal, you want to add in a little bit of protein. Vegetables do have proteins, okay? It's worth noting that, but they're not first-class proteins. Nor are nuts. The only first-class proteins are meat, fish, chicken and eggs, but also buckwheat and quinoa for the vegan versions, okay? So if you are only eating those, you know you're getting all the amino acids you need, but if you're not eating those, you have to combine proteins. If you combine proteins with lentils, so we're going to be adding green lentils to this, so there's your protein, but there's some extra protein as well. Okay, so these are quite fun if they're toasted. So I'm going to be, I'll pop those on a dish and we'll.
So lentils are fibre as well as protein, so they are
Yes.
a good thing to have.
Exactly. So, Maggie, I'm going to ask you. Which are essential anti-inflammatory oils and so on. Okay, so but they're all good for you. They're all amazing. It's good to vary. Really good to vary. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that into a bowl, and then I can add a little bit more olive oil and lemon according to the taste of that. Okay, so that is a chimichurri, which you can make so easily. Okay, chimichurri, and it just, I mean, this is great with barbecues as well. You know, just a little dollop of that on the side. You can mix it with some yogurt. You can mix it with some tahini, which I might do actually. It's also quite a nice thing to do. Yeah, I might do that actually. Where's the tahini? With tahini, when you're using tahini, you might need to add water to make it the taste. Sesame seeds, that's all it is. Okay, so so that's a lot of sesame seeds, a lot of calcium, really good for you. So that's a great one, and good protein because it's a seed, and also good oils because it's a seed. Okay, so do you use sesame a lot? Do you use it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm just gonna. Is that on?
I turned it off. It was super boiling.
It just stays boiling.
Boiling.
Yeah, it just stays at that temperature.
Okay.
So I'll just.
So it wasn't like 5 minutes ago, so it should be hot.
Yeah, it won't let me use it. Yeah, it just keeps at 100 degrees. So okay, so. And also, we're going to be making a sardine pate as well. So,
also you serve the chimichurri over the roasted aubergines.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. That's another way. So I'm using cauliflower. I'm using cauliflower this time. So It's so versatile, yeah. And that was it. And I didn't use. Did I do a salad on the side with that? I can't remember. But you know, the lentils I do like to use.
Soup, wasn't
So
it?
these are
Spinach pea soup.
these are okay. These are the lentils that I have already made. Okay, so these are just green lentils.
So
Okay.
how long have they been on there?
They
Just
have
with-
been. So again, this is a big amount.
Yeah.
They just need to cook. So I would say just sort of 10, 15
Right.
minutes actually.
And you've put with water.
They've absorbed all the water.
Yeah. So you just
Some you would if you're
Yeah.
using kidney beans or chickpeas or dry cannellini beans from dry, you would have to soak them
Yeah.
overnight. But in which case, tinned is absolutely fine.
Right.
And I would much rather you actually use the tins rather than thinking it's less nutritive value and it's not as good for you and therefore didn't eat them.
Yeah.
Okay? Because actually they're fine, absolutely fine. Just need to rinse them really well so you haven't got the water aside it. But not everyone struggles with the water. Not everyone has a problem with it. So now what's become really fashionable is the water from chickpea tins, aquafaba. That's really fashionable. It whips up amazingly. So actually the chocolate mousse we had last night, we could have used thing.
So
You
if
can't
you're
make
vegan or
necessarily,
allergic to
you
eggs-
can't make a meringue
Right.
with it, but you use it like egg whites.
I was showing
Okay.
a friend of mine who's a mystery chef made that and it's vegan.
So is that like a meringue
Yeah,
then?
with the
I'm
flour.
stand corrected, you can.
I think the
That
critical
is
part
a-
of that
I
sentence
need to
was
put my
pastry
glasses.
chef.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
I need my glasses to look at this properly actually.
She goes to a friend who's a pastry chef.
Yes, a vegan
That's
pastry chef.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I know, it's
Absolutely
incredible.
beautiful. Gosh, there you go, you can. It's really amazing. I was shocked when I saw it.
I think you need to add like a little bit of
Bicarbonate.
yeah, or
Yeah.
vanilla or something to it as well, just
Yeah.
to make sure that you don't. Like,
But it's the
Don't
texture
taste it.
you're looking
Yeah.
for, and if you can't eat
But
eggs,
also you've not had to put as much sugar in because obviously you can whisk
no
egg
sugar,
whites.
no
No
sugar,
sugar.
just
But,
whisks. Yeah, just whisks. So it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Okay, now I'm gonna make a the buckwheat and chia rosemary crackers. Okay. Now crackers are. Where's the other? We got another Thermomix bowl.
Magda, there's one out there.
Thank you. And it's so neat and. Flour, which is basically the little grains of buckwheat, which are, that's brown rice. I don't have any, but it looks like it's just little round, like rice, like brown rice, but more round, not so long. Any flour. So this is buckwheat flour. If you go into a specialist shop and you've got gluten-free ranges, they are basically any of these ground up.
Yeah.
Okay, so rice flour, oat flour, chickpea flour, which would be the dry ones, almond flour, anything like that are basically just ground up. Okay, you pay a fortune, you pay a premium for that. Okay, so any food processor, you can make your own flour.
But this does mill particularly well.
This
doesn't it?
mills very well, very finely.
Mm.
Yeah, and it mills so much. After that point, you can then make a butter out of things like nuts and seeds and pumpkin seed butter, nut butter, etc. And you just keep going with it. That's all you do. Just keep going. But then you've got no sugar, you know, and all the other additives. So I'm just going to weigh 100.
Yeah, you're in.
Salmon.
Yeah, let's do that.
This is as close to baking as I get, Carolyn, so I have to follow instructions here. So 100, and then we've got ground almonds, chia seeds, olive oil, and rosemary. Magda, I couldn't ask you to help me some rosemary, please. That's that big one over there. Have you got scissors? Somewhere. Yeah. Oh, actually, don't worry. I'm going to use these herbs. That's fine. Yeah, they smell good. No, I'm good, thank you. I'm
You
good.
know who Firmenich probably should have approached? Was it Rachel Koo? You know when she did her Parisian cooking and it was all in that sort of tiny little French kitchen.
Right.
And she had it didn't even have a proper cooker. It was sort of like a almost more than a camping stove. But,
Yeah.
you know, a couple of rings.
Baby
you know,
belling,
yeah, she almost needs one of these. So
I
she's
know.
multitasking in her
Well,
tiny
these are really
Parisian
popular
kitchen.
in yachts, apparently,
Yeah,
because they don't have space, and you basically want to do all your cooking.
Yeah, chili
Yeah.
peppers.
You can put them on
It's
the
off.
simmering or on
Yeah.
the simmering thing,
Yeah.
but it dries through. I don't know when anything else is like that.
No, there isn't.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I kept turning them and stuff, and it just,
Did they not dry out?
No.
Ah.
And then they eventually just went mouldy.
Well, actually, we did it, and then I got my daughter
it
to
fresh
chop them
herbs
and made
as
it, put
well?
them in a jar.
Yeah, I'm just thinking dried might be
And
better,
that's when I learned,
actually.
you know, Dr. Google.
Thank you. I might
and
just
it was actually
decorate
lemon
it.
juice
Oh.
to go onto a chili burn. Because it's an alkaline, you know
Yeah.
this, it's an alkaline burn, a chili burn.
Oh, that's better.
Because your instinct is milk or something like that,
Yeah.
and no, it doesn't work. Yeah, so we chopped them afterwards,
Yeah.
and then we went to
And
lick.
can I have some
That's really
water, please?
I
And
think
a
everyone's
glass,
put
Chrissy.
lemon
Oh, I'm
juice
gonna-
on
is that all-
something
yeah,
that's
I'll have some of that.
crazy. I mean,
That's
obviously
all
not
right.
your eye.
Yeah.
Right, so olive oil, it's basically got buckwheat flour, ground almonds, olive oil, dried herbs, and chia seeds. And I'm just going to mix this up, thank you.
Yeah, right.
The evening is just too much. Do you mind? Thank you.
I think it's saw my look on my face. Is there not? No. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. But my arms are. Yeah. Thank you, Sue. Thank you for the coffee.
The pressure, yeah,
Okay.
the vacuum,
Put your
creates a
feet in.
vacuum otherwise.
There you go.
You remember they had been convenient,
So are you basically just blending it right now?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah, to form a dough.
actually can I have some?
The pins are a little bit wet underneath, so it keeps stopping, but I think that's probably all right. Yeah. So we've basically formed a dough. Okay.
Did you add what? You added
Add a little bit of water. So it's
Yeah.
got. I'm just going to try that.
Emma, water?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Brilliant. So
Charlie,
I'd
did you
like
want coffee,
to
Charlie?
roll it out. So where's that? We've got the.
There's another
We've
spoon
got
here, the little
the
one.
greaseproof paper. That wasn't here.
Here.
Did we move it? No.
Is there another
Oh,
one?
there's down there.
Greaseproof.
In the left one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is roll this out between two. So you put it on one and then roll it on the top of another one. Okay. So
Shall I what's in it? Buckwheat flour?
buckwheat flour, ground almonds, dried herbs, olive oil.
Right.
Just turn it, and chia seeds
And splash water.
and water. Yeah. So
When you get your thermos, does it come with 2 bowls? Or are you special?
no, it comes with one.
And you've got, how many have you got?
I've got 3.
You're so posh.
I've got loads because I use it. I've acquired them though. I started with one, and you know I do need it. I use it.
These bowls and machines.
Bowls. I'd love 3 machines. If I could have one, I would easily use it. Easily.
But you see a lot of professional chefs with them now as
They've
well.
all got them. All the posh restaurants have them, but they just don't admit to it.
So far you're not using the heat from it, are you?
No,
You're
I'm just using it as a
mixer.
blender. Yeah, as a blender, exactly.
Do you have one of these?
No, I dream.
Not yet.
But
Ah.
from the last time I was here,
I
I
can
was
tell
dreaming
she's
about
moaning.
it.
She's about
Where's the
Oh,
other
well,
one?
I'm quite
I
close.
space. I had to find mentally. I had to find a space in the kitchen for it, but I think I might have got there now.
Well, I was worried that all my meals would be blended a bit like kind of like an old people's home. Like,
No.
the baby food. Yeah. So what we have to do now, something blended.
You're
You're
just
baby
worried
food.
life's going to get too easy, aren't
Soup,
you?
it's all going to be soup.
I just think I'd be too tempted to use it for everything, so there would be no substance to anything anymore because I'd be using the Thermomix.
What do you want actually? Because you still use the oven for roasting. I still use the oven a lot.
Don't you want to get those cauliflower and plug them in there and just blend them?
I actually don't like cauliflower like that. The only thing I don't mind is cauliflower rice, but it
You'd
has to
obviously
be
make that in the Thermomix, wouldn't you?
obviously. But I still find you need something with a bit more texture to it, because otherwise it's nice, but you need it to be like rice. Now I'm going to get you guys to just roll that out. So you're just basically making a dough, okay? That's it. So, who would like to roll? Just need another thing of that and a rolling pin. Where is it?
Too stereotyping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it like pastry? You keep doing it.
How thin do you want it?
Thin, I'm guessing. I'm only going to do the starting one. So I'm doing the easy start.
Some people start saying lift it on a roller pin, turn it over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bear with me a little bit. I'm just going to clean this bowl. You just put it on from...
Hang on, so you clean the bowl on the machine?
Exactly. So I'll just do it for all the 6s. So it's the devil. It's 1 minute, 60 degrees at speed 6. So he just cleans it.
processor you have to hand wash.
That's not the reason why we always stop eating them, is it?
Yeah.
They're always in the back of the cupboard and everything's got to walk.
Have you got any more of the silicone sheets here? Oh, I brought them all over. Yeah, please. Should be more baking trays. That's probably
Every time
fine
it takes a
now.
lot of
Thank
effort,
you.
but you probably only make 3 of them and you'd be like, that's it. Such a bad thing to do.
Did you make them in meatballs or?
No, I haven't started.
They
I've put
probably
them
won't like start cracking.
really in my
Yeah.
pile of cornwall. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it until then.
Hang on, it's still a bit murky. This is quite sticky actually, so. Okay, so now
Did you add salt to the?
I did, just a little bit of salt, yeah. You know, again, if you're making your own food, you don't need to be worried about salt, okay? Because you're adding your own salt. It's when you buy ready-made that you just don't know what's in it. And quite often it's just way too much salt.
Is that because it acts as a preservative?
Yeah, well, actually, they just want things to taste really good, to be a bit more Moorish, a bit more addictive, so that you buy more, basically. You know, it's not good, and quite often, if they've used other ingredients, salt disguises things. So, but salt in itself is not a problem. Okay, it's an excess of salt. Okay, now. That we're going to be having with a sardine pate. Okay, now you say yum. You probably say
I love
you love. Good.
Sardines on
Well,
toast.
I tell you what, like when I say this on my retreats or any workshop, my heart is in my mouth because I just think, oh my god, everyone's going to say I don't like sardine pate. And I have to admit, if my life depended on it, I could not eat sardines out of a tin. Okay, however. When I make this pate, it is amazing, okay? And I learnt it here in France, and I've been making it ever since. So it's so nutritive. You know, you're eating the whole fish, so you're getting all the bones, all the calcium. This is a brand I buy here.
You're not buying just fillets, you're buying the whole fish in those tins.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It's not a bad oil, but it's not amazing, and it's a vegetable oil. It's okay. I prefer sunflower oil to vegetable oil. I never buy vegetable oil.
No, that's fine. That'll be just a little reminder.
It's very processed. You know, at the end of the day, vegetables don't have that much oil in them, so it's very, very processed. Whereas sunflower seed is, those are pumpkin seeds, they don't have sunflower there. It does have an oil in it, okay, so they tend to be more processed, okay, whereas when you buy an olive oil, it just tastes much nicer as well, okay. So it's such an easy. Do you mind just all opening one or two?
Well, you could buy them all in different sauces.
Yeah, as I say, just keep them as simple as possible.
So do you put all the oil that's with
all the oil
goes
with
in?
it? Yeah.
And it was a really good one.
And this is excellent protein. We'll obviously be finding an alternative.
I mean, Nan will eat them now. You know, if we go out, it's like, oh, we'll have to scallop. Not oysters though.
They're quite smelly.
Easy to do it.
There we go. Thank you.
And the eyes on the tin.
The tins are so cute. Yeah. Mustard.
And
Yeah.
the waiter was about it, and she looked at she gagged, she literally stuck with one bucket.
And wait.
Magda.
Happened all the time.
Have you eaten mustard?
Charlie, is the mustard around? Where's
So
the
you do it in
mustard?
20s.
Dijon mustard. It might be in ours.
I'll go and have a look.
Check here.
Trying to think.
Which mustard do you use?
Right, Dijon mustard, my one. It's an unopened
So
one.
far it's just the tins of
There's another fridge.
sardines.
It's not in the fridge. It's not in the fridge. No.
Okay, no.
Okay, so this is the easiest one in the
okay.
world. It's sardines,
In the
mustard. It's already got olive
Yeah.
oil and lemon juice. The lemon juice is the key thing.
So
here.
how much lemon juice
Okay.
for each tin?
I would say 2 tablespoons, maybe less. And a knob of butter. The butter elevates this to another league, okay? And you know, it then makes
it velvety, doesn't it?
really delicious. It's a pate. It's just tasty, really, really, really tasty. So,
And you said it's slightly salted?
slightly salted, yeah, yeah. So I'll just put one more in, because again, don't forget we are making bulk. Yeah, but it's just a teaspoon of butter with one tin. Yeah, that's all.
I've got all the measuring.
Have I got the lemon
Yes.
juice? Has that gone back? That's here. Okay.
Grams, go for
Yeah.
one.
Maybe if we could twist it as well.
Did you find it? Oh, brilliant. Is it here? It's just too organised. Sorry. Way too organised. I'll taste that in a minute. Yeah.
You were saying about using butter. I saw in the cookery show where they were using butter and flour to thicken a casserole.
Yeah.
And it makes it velvety. The butter just changes it.
Exactly.
Especially if you've done like a tomato based, very sort of vegetable based casserole as well.
Okay, so this brand is the best, and you do get that everywhere. But it's important if somebody is has a problem with gluten, particularly allergic.
But now we do.
So of course you need to be careful with salad dressings and things if you are if you do have a problem.
I think they've launched
No, I don't think they're I think it's the one I buy. It's either that. They come in very similar jars. There's another one very similar. Grey Poupon, I think.
Oh, that's it, where it's printed on the glass.
And
So
yeah,
red, white, and blue lid.
ordering my red tea,
Yeah.
do I want cold pressed or extra virgin or?
Cold
I'm
pressed.
ordering it now.
Cold
I
pressed.
want cold pressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
That's it.
Amazing.
That's it. This is why. Now, you're going to like this. You don't need a Thermomix for this. I hate to have to say that so blatantly. This is what I love about this.
Yeah.
You can mash it with the back of a fork. Okay, so if you've got a tin and you've got some butter and you've got a lemon, or if you've prepared it, and mustard, this is almost a store-covered dish, isn't it? Okay, you can use the bottled lemon. You don't have to have it fresh. Okay, it's just slightly different flavour. And you can just mash it in a bowl and you make it there and then for your lunch. You then have it with some carrot sticks, some cucumber, on toast, you know, whatever. That's it. So I don't think I put any salt in that, so this is where I'm just going to...
Wait, instead of
good for you. These are an incredible source, these sardines, incredible source of omega-3s. So you know when we talk about anti-inflammatory oils and we talk about, you know, oily fish, these are the ones that we're talking about. They're not only good because of their omega-3 content, they're also good because they're a small fish, okay? So when you think about the food chain in the sea, as the fish get bigger, you get an accumulation of, sounds dramatic, toxins, but heavy metals, toxins, okay? Because obviously the food chain, there's an accumulation. So the biggest culprits are tuna and salmon. What do we eat most of? Tuna and salmon, okay? So, you know, if I, you know, certainly when I'm seeing clients, and if I see that they're eating a lot of tuna and a lot of salmon, that's a bit of a worry to me. Because sometimes people don't eat meat and therefore every day they eat salmon or tuna, okay? And it can be tuna, you know, tin tuna is obviously so convenient, okay?
A friend of mine had a tuna bagel every morning, and she had the worst migraines, and her doctors told her
There
to
you
stop
go.
eating tuna. A week later, her migraines went
There you go. That will be the heavy metal
They
content.
advise, isn't it, no more than twice a week for
Yeah.
fish because
Twice
of
a
the
week.
mercury levels
Exactly.
in fish.
Exactly.
For the
Which
big
is
fish.
really counterintuitive because we're always telling everyone to
Yeah.
eat more fish and you know less
Laura,
meat
that
and
is
especially oily
fantastic
fish
food.
and salmon.
Yeah.
Have you ever made that look with an anchovy, or is it just a little bit too strong?
You can make it,
Yeah.
absolutely. You can make it with any tinned fish. You can make
Yeah.
it with tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, and
You're bound to get your
Yeah,
bills.
you should say pilchards.
I think I'm the only person who buys bloody pilchards
But
these
you
days.
can make it with the tomato sauce, but then it becomes slightly different. So if you buy, you know, pilchards, I think what really makes this is the
It's the
butter
olive
and
oil.
the Dijon.
Yeah.
That's what really makes it. So,
Oh, I'm excited.
and it's
to
so
try it.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Because I
And
do
you
just
know,
go
if
for
you've
the
got
chickens.
people coming, you can make it. Don't tell them what it is, because as soon as you say it, sardine pate, they go, ew, I don't like sardines, and you know, they're a bit off. But that's it. That's all it is. Okay. So
This is why you need multiple pots.
Yes.
that's why you need multiple pots. When I have my cook-a-thons on a Sunday afternoon or a Tuesday afternoon, then I just make for the whole week, or I half prep things. So I might well roast cauliflower, so therefore it's easy to put together in a salad because actually that's the time-consuming bit, isn't it? So let's have a look. Okay, so they're roasting well. Let me just. Get them back in. So I want to put these out. These are well toasted now. They can just stay there. Let me clear some space and what that's doing here. So yeah, when you're roasting at home, you won't be roasting as much, and so it's a lot easier to manage it. But here I'm just trying to roast it all in one go. So hot. So the colour, don't forget, is the sumac that we used. So you've all got ovens, haven't we, that roast at different.
Yeah.
So annoying. You know, this is a brand new oven, and I thought I'm going to get a good one here because I don't want all this, and I've still got all this. So it's really nice if it's crispy. So I'm basically going to just crisp that one up a bit longer. Okay, now we might need to wait on that, so we'll sort of finish doing that later while we're while we're out. These I'm going to beautifully rolled. Thank you. Now, best thing to do with these is to cut them before they're cooked, okay? So, literally, and you can do them whatever sizes you want. Okay, and I'm going to cook these a little bit nearer the time. So these are going to be ready to go in for dinner. Oh, some bigger ones there.
So you lift the whole sheet onto a tray, do you?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. Because you can bake on these.
Nice technique.
Yeah, okay, that's that. So I'm just going to bake those. And when they're slightly cooked, sometimes those middle ones don't get as brown, so you just need to shuffle them around a little bit.
This side of facts are out of paper, so they won't cook right. This little frilly bit here.
It will all cook
Problem solved.
Problem solved. This is.
It's not a precise science.
That's not. I wouldn't take a picture of that now. So that's the reality. Okay, so I'm going to put that salad together for lunch. I'm going to give you a few minutes just to get yourselves together. We're going to go out for a power walk. It's sunny, yay. And then we're going to have lunch, and then we're doing the cycle ride. So actually, it might be an idea to go and sort out bikes now, actually, so that you all know what bikes
They're
work
on
for
the
you.
left-hand side, so there's a shed of bikes, it's the ones on the left that have the tyres on top.
We'll meet there for the walk.
I've seen everyone
Yeah.
smile,
Yeah.
so I think I could
Okay, so let's say we'll meet there in 10-15 minutes. You go through the alleyway, just straight across. That's where the bikes
Girls, can
are.
I get one
Yes.
of everyone's napkins? So just on the tiers of the steps. So some
Oh,
at the
yeah.
back, some
Thank
middle,
you.
some front.
So these are for you to take away. As your little gift, so you can be cooking them anyway.
Sorry.
The best is great, isn't it? Really fast.
Sorry?
Fantastic life, isn't it?
Oh, good, good, good. Great idea.
This is good.